G'day gang, GameolioDan here, how you going? We're back in the Elder Scrolls Online in the Murkmire. We're gonna make our way back to Farmia. Although, I'm looking around and I'm seeing a couple places. Seeing a couple of things. But I think we're gonna progress through the storyline. And afterwards, I might have a little wander around and see what else we can find. Okay. Of course, if I see a delve on the path for somewhere, I might have to just
get yourself a drink.
Just jump in.
One for me.
Where are we going? Here we go. Fabia. The Cyrodiilic collections. I don't mind this blue horse. This crazy neon horse that looks like it kind of half belongs in Tron or something. Not a bad mount. Okay. Hey, Famia.
You're back! Fabulous! Some of my missing friends already tracked me down, telling tales of a daring, fiery rescue. Marvelous! What happened out there?
Well, the blackguards kidnapped your friends. A dead water warrior named Xukas helped us free them.
So the Deadwater tribe helped you after all? What a fascinating development. Between your heroism and Xukas' raw strength, I'm sure you showed those brutes what for. I hesitate to ask, but what did the blackguards learn about the remnant?
Enough, I'm sure. We should assume they know everything you know.
Well then, there's not a moment to lose. We will redouble our efforts. We cannot allow those thugs to claim something as valuable as the remnant. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We should probably discuss this matter with Cassandra.
Xukas and Xukas seemed very reluctant to discuss the remnant.
Well, no surprise there. Even so, they must understand we only mean to help. Xukas knows my motives are pure, and this Deadwater warrior proved she's willing to collaborate when the situation requires it. We'll win them over. I'm sure of it.
So, you return victorious. You have my most sincere gratitude, and that of the explorers you rescued. Now, as to the blackguards, we should assume that they learned a great deal from our friends and the Deadwater warriors. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, they're going to great lengths to find the remnant, or at least information about it.
Unfortunate. I can tell you as an expert of Argonian archaeology, the idea of one of those ignorant thugs handling such a valuable antiquity makes me very uncomfortable. Did they mention why they seek this thing?
Only that someone was willing to pay a lot of gold for information about it.
I have some experience with wealth. Jangling gold in front of a pack of cutthroats is an act of crude desperation. This person is either a fool or a victim of some obsession. In either case, we cannot let this remnant fall into their hands.
So what's your plan to stop them?
We can discuss that in a moment. First, we owe you a significant sum. It's only right that we settle the books on that first. I hope this is sufficient. I assure you, there will be much more if you choose to join us. Once again, you have my thanks. You've done a great deal for us already. I wonder if you're willing to do a bit more. While Famia has proven a steadfast companion, I believe our current predicament requires someone a bit more adroit when things take a turn for the perilous.
I understand. Do you really think we should pursue this remnant, though?
I do. One of your native companions warned you off of it, didn't they? Believe me, I sympathize. But despite my lifestyle, I'm still an Argonian, one with ample means. Who would I be if I didn't use that wealth to help my people?
So you want to pay me to find the remnant?
Yes. You are clearly the best at what you do. I can think of no one more qualified to lead this endeavor. You and Xukas have grown close, correct? He knows a great deal about the remnant, I'm sure. Please, convince him we only want to help.
Alright, I'll find Xukas and learn what I can about the remnant.
Thank you for your efforts thus far, and your achievements to come. I have business in Murkmire. Perhaps we can reconvene there once you've made your inquiries with Xukas.
Is that the Kajin Jat crystal behind you?
It is, in fact. You have a very keen eye. You should know that the crystal was a tremendous discovery. Vaka stones like this one are very difficult to come by.
What's a Vaka stone exactly?
Famia didn't tell you? Vaka stones are mysterious crystals, not unlike the Aeliad Welkin stones. Our ancestors used them to store the raw magicka that falls from the sun, thus their radiant yellow hue. Powerful relics, to be sure.
Do you plan to use it for something?
If an opportunity presents itself, perhaps. I suspect that some ancient Argonian relics require Vaka stones to function. No doomsday devices, though, I promise.
Do you know what the remnant of Argon is?
An item of tremendous historical significance and arcane power. Very little scholarship exists on the subject, but I do know a little. Argonian elders often referred to it as a sacred egg, or Zathithal. Eggs always contain something, right?
What do you think it contains?
Answers. About the Hist, their beginnings, their powers, their intentions. All I know for certain is that it does not contain simple coins or ancient bric-a-brac. The remnant is a vessel for great power. We must be cautious and well prepared.
What do you plan to do with the remnant of Argon if you find it?
Whatever is best for the people of Murkmire. I won't act without their consultation if that's what you're worried about. Again, I may be something of an outsider, but I am still an Argonian. This isn't some purely academic matter for me.
Are your ancestors from Murkmire originally?
I honestly couldn't say. Most of that history was beaten out of my exiles by the Dark Elves centuries before I was born. Slavers take great pains to destroy our racial identity, you see. Makes us easier to control, I suppose.
Has moving to Murkmire helped?
You mean, has the Hist spoken to me? I'd prefer not to talk about that right now. A conversation for another time.
Alright, goodbye. Alright, talking to Xukas. Xukas? What was that? That was a guy from Star Wars, wasn't it? One of the bounty hunters or something. Xukas. Alright, Xukas. Where are we going? North of the Brightthroat Way Shrine. And what's up with the rewards? When am I going to get some metal? When am I going to get some plate? They keep giving me light armor. What are they trying to tell me? I'm carrying too much weight? Should shed it? I'd be more agile that way. Well, hang on a second. We're going in here anyway, and I see this person with a quest above their head. What's up, Aliski?
Come for the bonding ritual? Not to partake, obviously. You're early either way. You might want to make yourself scarce until it's actually time for the ceremony.
Why is that?
The bonding ritual is very important to the tribe. Everyone is under a lot of pressure to make sure everything is perfect. There's some commotion in the village right now. Raised voices, tempers high. Not the best time for visitors.
Maybe I could help.
Kind of you to offer. I guess that would be all right, since you're not an envoy from the local tribes. Don't say I didn't warn you. You'll want to speak to our Tree-Minder Pavu. She'll know what to do, and give you a proper welcome.
I'll go see your Tree-Minder.
I'll just stay out here until things settle down. If anyone asks, I'm hard at work, gathering plants for the ceremony.
Right. Gathering plants, are you? Okay. Tree-Minder Pavu.
What were you thinking, bringing this this thing here?
Look at it, Iskanaz. This was Saxlil. It should rest with the roots of the Hist.
That is an aberration. You'll poison the Hist with its corruption. I am only thinking of the good of the tribe.
Let the Tree-Minder decide.
We should leave it to the bog. Surely you agree. Oh, Tree-Minder. The Ojel, just as you said.
Greetings. I am Tree-Minder Pavu of the Brightthroat tribe. The chimes spoke of a visitor's approach. Our Hist welcomes you within its boughs, and so do we. I regret that you arrive for what should be a joyous occasion to find only worries and troubles.
What do you mean?
We are amidst the preparations for our tribe's most vital ceremony. Now a warped and withered stranger has died at our roots. An ill omen for the arrival of our guests. I am troubled, Ojel, because I do not hear what the Hist is trying to tell me.
You think some misfortune is about to befall the ceremony?
These past weeks, the Hist has been agitated. It has given me signs that I believed were warnings for the bonding to come. But now I feel that I've misinterpreted. It is this clutch that is in peril, and it is you who can save it.
I'd like to help. What is it you need?
The chimes speak of pain. Our children are suffering, but they are not hatched. The egg tenders have brought me no concerns about the clutch's well-being, but the Hist always speaks truth. Go with Iskanaz. See what I am blind to.
What do you expect me to find?
The only thing I am certain of is the Hist's grief. If the Hist tells me our eggs are suffering, then it must be so. The egg tenders either can't or won't tell me what is wrong. So, my hope is you will fare better.
If it could tell you this much, why can't the Hist tell you what's wrong?
The Hist's wisdom is infinite, but our ability to understand them is limited. To commune with the Hist is to see, to hear, to smell, to feel, and even to taste in a way not your own. Discerning the meaning of these signs is not a simple thing.
Why entrust me with this task?
The Hist favors you, but there are other reasons. Secrets kept from a Tree-Minder may be less well hidden from a stranger.
Surely the same would be true of one of your tribe.
They are not suited to it. Suspicion is not in our nature. I only even consider wrongdoing because I must. I cannot turn to our allies for aid either. If they begin to view our tribe as untrustworthy or incapable, the ties that bind us would break.
Okay. Let me just help her out.
I will be at their beck and call, Tree-Minder. Perhaps a tour of the egg tender's quarters is of interest. It is just up the way.
Okay. Iskanaz?
Napa ajuntum talil vakazuwasik halil zuzut vakota vinlil totik nikogiruzlil.
Our visit should not arouse suspicion. We host many guests, but your discretion would be appreciated.
That's a tough song to dance to. That guy's giving it a good crack.
Keenum, Mime, we have a guest very interested in our customs. Please, show them the utmost courtesy.
Why am I interested in this?
Have you come to learn all you can about egg tending before you witness our bonding ritual? I'm sure Mime would be happy to help you. I am soon to begin my watch of the nests, and I wish to enjoy the peace and quiet a while longer.
Is egg tending that demanding?
It is normally quite pleasant, but before the bonding ritual it becomes insufferable. Suddenly the village is full of experts, if you take my meaning. The sooner it's back to just me and the eggs, the better.
Could all the activity affect the eggs?
No, just dries my scales. The eggs are blissfully unaware of all this scrutiny, I think. I don't remember all the gawking and complaining, certainly. Now, if you don't mind, I think Mime would make better company right now.
You really want to talk to me? Visitors never want to talk to the egg tenders. Did you know that we are the only tribe that bonds with other tribes? It may not seem so from the luster of our scales, but it's true.
Does bonding with other tribes ever go badly?
Well, my egg sister Mina had to lay her first clutch with a copper eye that didn't know which direction his tail should face. But no, we care for our eggs, but the hist guides their development. Not all eggs are destined to hatch, though.
What happens to them?
They return to the hist. There are signs to look for. Dry shells, lacking luster, thin membrane, an empty shadow. Inevitably, they sink into the roots and fade away. Those that remain are always healthy members of the tribe.
Why haven't I seen any bright throats with the markings of the other tribes?
Because they are bright throats. We are shaped the way our hist desires.
Alright, thanks for sharing.
You sure? I could tell you about egg rotation. Well, come back anytime. I only ever get to talk to the other egg tenders, and it's not like they need me to tell them about what it's like.
You can save that one for later. The Lusty Argonian Maid, Volume 1. Oh, Lifsatel, certainly not, kind sir. I am here but to clean your chambers. Grantius Koto, is that all you have come here for, little one? My chambers? Lifsatel, I have no idea what it is you imply, Miss Master. I am but a poor Argonian maid. Grantius, so you are, my dumpling, and a good one at that. Such strong legs and shapely tail. Lifsatel, you embarrass me, sir. Grantius, fear not, you are safe here with me. Lifsatel, I must finish cleaning. By cleaning, sir, the mistress will have my head if I do not. Grantius, cleaning, eh? I have something for you here. Polish my spear. But it's huge. It could take me all night. Plenty of time, my sweet, plenty of time. Oh, come on. Don't tell me the whole thing's here. We got every volume. Ah, this is what they do while they're a bit of downtime in between tending to the eggs, eh? Where's the other one? There's one more there. I see volume 1. Oh, Freedom Price. Okay. Rhymes and chimes. Lots of books here. The Lusty Argonian Footman? What? Erects the spine. My apologies, mistress. Nadine Velas. Can you not even do this right, my sweet? Erects is I try, but no matter what I do, you need far more polish than that. How else will my come on. No. Not happening. Egg Tender's unfinished letter. Seedesi. I should have taken you up on your offer, egg sister. Even that little smudge of a trading post would be a welcome escape from all the fuss at home. Things are more frantic than usual this year, and it seems although all eyes are upon the egg tenders, I've barely had a minute's peace to think, let alone put quill to paper. Perhaps things will settle down when you return with supplies for the ceremony. I hope you return soon. You know what wonders a sympathetic ear does for my mood. It's not like I can confide in the other egg tenders. Mimi is such a gossip, she might as well be the tribe herald, and you know how Haxada gets around this time of year. Mina hasn't spoken to me since That night with the golden toad. She has to forgive me eventually. There's some sort of commotion going on out by the Tree-Minders. Let's hope it's not more trouble for me. This basket over here. Wilting Dragonthorn.
Sorry about the mess here. Got kicked over during the commotion earlier.
Xukas.
Satisfied with your visit here? There is no rush. Anything in particular that caught your interest?
Nothing out of the ordinary other than these herbs. I found them buried in a fruit basket.
Poison? Oh, this is Dragonthorn. We mostly trade it to the Deadwater tribe, but it's a fairly ordinary medicinal plant. Several of the egg tenders are skilled herbalists. I don't see any reason it would be hidden intentionally.
I think we should move... Oh, hang on. Hold on a moment. I think we should speak with the egg tenders again. Should we? I think we should move on.
You should visit the Uzith, our nest among the roots of the Hist. Perhaps the egg tenders on duty will provide something more useful. I will meet you at the Uzith, the nesting beds.
Okay. What happens if I talk to you now, Keenum?
I don't mean to be rude, but what?
I found this plant mixed in with the fruit. Is it supposed to be there?
Some herb. Smells sharp as the thorns. Wouldn't use it to season fruit, that's for certain. Must be one of the others. Just put it back with the rest of the food. Maybe under glass.
You'd never seen this before?
I'm no herbalist. If you're worried someone's trying to poison us, I promise I'm not going to eat it. I am going to get back to my drink, though.
Okay, you do that. Mimi?
I've had a long watch. I'd like to get some rest.
I found these herbs mixed in with the apples over there. Is that normal?
Strange. Let me see them. Oh, these are just dragonthorn. Nothing to be concerned about. Don't know how they got mixed in with the fruit, unless someone's feeling superstitious.
What do you mean?
Well, it has many uses, but we mostly grow it for potions to add in fruitful bonding. Our ancestors believed chewing the leaves helps the body prepare healthy eggs. Nobody really does that anymore.
What are some of the other uses?
We trade it to the Deadwater for their warriors, to give them vigor in battle. But I hear they've been having problems with reproduction, so I'm told there are some other, unsavory uses, but I wouldn't know anything about that.
Okay, investigate the Uxith, which is below, and we seem to be going up higher, so let's get back down there. Right out of town.
This is the Uzith, the nest where our eggs are cared for. The egg tenders take every care to ensure that our offspring are healthy and safe.
Can you do this another time, Xukas? We're already behind. It's premature for a tour. We still have a lot of preparations to make.
The Brightthroats are known for their egg tending.
True. We're also known for our social savvy, so quit trying to blow bubbles up my bog and tell me why you're here. That busybody, Xukas, ask you to spy on us now? I swear he'll go running to the Tree-Minder over the littlest thing.
Actually, it was the Tree-Minder. Something is upsetting the Hist. She said the eggs are suffering.
What? No, that's not true. Look for yourself. These eggs are as healthy as any I've ever seen.
What about the empty nest beds?
They return to the Hist. It happens to a few eggs in almost every clutch. Sometimes the Hist just doesn't believe it's time for a soul to return. The Hist takes them back, and we focus our efforts on nurturing those intended to hatch.
So there's been nothing abnormal, nothing at all.
No! I can't believe even the Tree-Minder is being paranoid about the upcoming bonding ritual. These eggs are going to shine like gems when the envoys arrive. If everyone would stop fussing over us.
I'll let you get back to work.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Are you alright?
It's nothing. I'm just upset from an argument earlier. Forgive me.
I thought I saw you when I arrived. The commotion over the dead stranger?
I just felt so sorry for him. The idea of leaving him to rot, I'm sorry. Can we talk about something else?
Has there been anything else strange going on around here?
No. Why would you think there's something wrong?
The Tree-Minder believes there's something wrong with the eggs. They're suffering.
What? No. No. That can't be. It can't. I have to go.
Wait.
I'm sorry. Excuse
Hasara!
me.
Kayak! That's the second time today.
Mashed Dragonthorn leaves. Biscanaz.
Oh my. Hasara. She's not still angry with me, is she?
Is Hasara usually this emotional?
Well, yes. She is a sensitive soul. It is what makes her such a skilled egg tender, but... And I don't wish to speak ill. The river of her heart is so full that it does not take much to flood.
I'd still like to talk to her.
I'm sure once she has had time to get a hold of herself, she will return. Perhaps we should continue our search in the meantime.
I found more Dragonthorn in that empty egg bed.
The empty nest. Those eggs were returned to the Hist. Were the eggs poisoned, or was the poisoner's intent to harm the Hist? This is terrible.
We don't know that for certain, but there is a connection here. Where is this trail leading?
You are right, of course. Let me think. Think. This Dragonthorn looks fresh, so it must have been picked recently. We cultivate ours in a small glade near to the village. That would be the easiest place to gather this much of the herb.
It's worth checking out. Whoever gathered the Dragonthorn may have left something behind.
Forgive me, but I must report your findings to the Tree-Minder. I will return to your side with all the swiftness of a strangler vine.
Alright, I'll head to the glade myself.
The glade is not far. I will meet you there as soon as I can.
Hey, freaky eyes. Alright, let's get out of here. Search the herb glade. Do you reckon we're getting lured into a trap? We're gonna get there and I'm here to meet the guy. Somebody's gonna bop us in the back of the head. Stick us in a basket. Poke in our nose.
Over here, look! A body in our drying hut.
Too quick, mate. The bright-throated woman grows increasingly agitated. I don't know how much longer her trust in me will keep her in check. Wait for Ixada at the dry glade of Dragonthorn near Brightthroat village and silence her before she decides to confess.
He's really dead. He looks to be Vishkalil. You can never be certain with the ghost people.
This year will be different. I started chewing Dragonthorn like we used to in the old times. If I keep that up along with my tinctures for the months to come, I should be ready for the bonding. It'll be me this year, I know it. I'm so embarrassed the Dragonthorn is pungent. It's made my breath sour and the others have begun to notice. Even Mimi seems reluctant to talk to me. I complained of having bad salamander, but I'm going to have to be more discreet in chewing my herbs. I feel like it's working. I think my scales and claws are looking shinier. That's a good sign, I think. My teeth are staining yellow, though. I've started drinking brewed scald root to clean my mouth. Tastes like death, but I think it'll help my teeth. Keenum accidentally took a sip of my scald root tea and nearly passed out. I had to work his watch at the Uzith, so I couldn't get out of the Dragonthorn patch until after dark. I was approached in the dark by a woman whose scales were so pale, especially under the moonlight, I almost screamed from fright. But she spoke warmly to me. She asked why I was picking Dragonthorn in the dark of night, and I don't know why, but I told her in truth. I don't know why I would admit such a thing to a stranger. Maybe it's because she's a stranger. There's no one in the village I could speak to about it without a look of impotent pity. I spoke to the stranger long into the night. We agreed to meet again. I've gotten so little sleep lately, but I can't help it. Nakan tells me she can only visit me in the night, and I spend all day thinking about seeing her again. She understands my pain, and it's such a relief to have someone who can listen. I don't feel the shame I do when the subject comes up home. Nakal is one of the Lil, the ghost people. I never expected it to be so nice. The Brightthroats don't deal with them. Not many tribes do. They are treated like pariahs because they take eggs, but it can't be helped. They can't bear clutches themselves, so their hist sends them to find others. It's so sad. I talked to Nakal about the bonding, and I suggested that... How many pages? And I suggested that maybe the Brightthroats could make an arrangement with the ghost people for bonding nights, or bonding rights, so they wouldn't have to steal eggs anymore. She thanked me, but it was just out of politeness. I could see it in her eyes that she held little hope of our tribes becoming allies. She said our bond was a unique one, and it will have to be enough. I didn't press the matter. I didn't want to become for what my tribe has become for me. I won't pity her. It's a sad day. It's always a sad day when we learn which eggs will return to the Hist. Why does the Hist choose some eggs over others? I understand the eggs that are clearly unwell, but we can't always predict which will go on to hatch and which will sink into the roots. I've always accepted that there's nothing we can do for them, but Nakal tells me that's not true. They can still be hatched. She offered to help me save them. If I can get the eggs to her, my tribe wouldn't even miss them. They've already given up on those children, but I won't. I'll care for them. They'll be our children. I was supposed to work with Keenum again tonight, but I spiked his drink with scald root extract. I should be able to slip away with a few eggs throughout the night. It's terrifying to think about, but those eggs need me. I won't give up because I'm scared. I did it. My skin was dry as dead bark when the morning watch came to relieve me. I told them a few of the eggs returned to the Hist in the night, and they just nodded and accepted it. I got a lump in my throat at how little the news bothered them. It took me hours to fall asleep. I thought that the Tree-Minder would come and accuse me, but as I woke for my next watch, everything was perfectly normal. Does the Hist know what I've done? I've given Nakal nearly all the unfit eggs from our last clutch. There were so many when I think about it. Such a waste, but not now. She told me that the eggs I had already brought to her are safely in the nest under the watch of her tribe's folk and doing well. She doesn't think it wise for me to leave and see them just yet. Better to wait until after I've saved the last of the eggs. That shouldn't be much longer, I think. I can barely keep my quill steady when I think about it. My children are doing well, so I'm told. I haven't been able to see my eggs yet. I'm reminded of their absence every day as I tend to the eggs in my village. I want to tend to my clutch. I'm their mother. Is this how the others feel when we are raising their eggs? Nakal tells me the clutch is nearly hatched. I told her I want to be there for it, but she says it's not the time. The bonding ritual is coming again soon, and I would be missed. I don't care, though. The tribe can do without me, but not those eggs. They need me. I haven't seen Nakal since we fought. I'm afraid she won't come back. If she doesn't, I don't know what I'll do. I don't know where to find her. I don't know where my children are. All I wanted was to see them.
What happened here? That dead man is one of the Vishkalil, the Ghost People tribe. Are they responsible for our troubles?
The Vishkehil Lil was sent to kill Haxara.
Who would want to kill Hasura? That makes no sense. And who killed the Vishkalil? Don't tell me you think Hasura killed this Ojel. She averts her gaze from our cook fires for pity of the creatures on the spits. She could never have done this.
Look for yourself. She was definitely here and definitely involved with the Vishkalil.
As mud is my mother, it's true. How could she? Giving our eggs to the Vishkalil of all people. I don't care if they were not meant to hatch. The ghost people should never have been allowed to lay a hand on our eggs. We must tell Pavu.
What about Hasara?
What about Hasura? Let the Vishkalil take her for what she's done. I'm sorry. I did not mean that. They'll kill her, or worse. Hasura will have to face judgment for her actions, but it should be the tribe's judgment. You hear that?
Someone's coming.
It's alive. Don't let it get me. Oh.
It was alive?
Another of these twisted branches dies among our roots. This is no coincidence. These things must be the work of the Vishkalil, sent to poison our hist with their corruption.
Who are the Vishkalil?
The Ghost People tribe. They make their home in the lightless corners of the deep swamp. Vishkalil only leave their lands to creep through the night and steal the dead.
They steal the dead?
Even the brutal Root House people will return Saxleel dead to their tribes, so they may return to the Hist. Not the Ghost People. They keep those lost souls for themselves, burying the bodies in the roots of their Hist. Or worse.
Worse how?
Profaning them in strange rituals that keep souls from the Hist, or giving the dead legs to wander through the murk as dreadful watchmen. They mean to poison the whole village and steal our dead. We must find where these monstrosities come from.
That one's lost nearly all its scales. It had to have left them somewhere.
We mustn't let this trail go cold. This may be our only chance to find the vile den of the Vishkalil before they unleash more foulness upon us.
We still don't know what happened to Hasara.
All the more reason to keep on the path before us. She may have bested the attacker we found, but perhaps there were others. The only thing certain is that she will not be safe until the Vishkalil are dealt with.
Alright, let's go.